came on the wire just earlier this week from Reuters. It says 4/5 of CEOs are expecting the coronavirus impact to make remote working permanent.
Wow, that'd be nice.
4/5 of CEOs think that.
So crazy.
I think it's going to be, it's one of those unknowns where we don't know all of the fallout that could happen. But the one that hits me first and center is how this is going to change all of those office buildings that are out there right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially like right here in Kansas City, an easy example is Cerner.
Right.
Cerner built that those two massive new buildings right there off Bannister, South Kansas City. And now Cerner's already said, I believe if I'm not mistaken, my friends at Cerner said they're not going to go back this year.
Right, yeah. My husband works at Farmers Insurance, and it's in Olathe, and he's not going back at all. They just built a brand new building in Phoenix. Completely removed, like, a lot of people out there, and there's nobody there. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I find it really crazy that Cerner did build a brand new building with as much technology that runs through that entire company. Like, why they would feel the need to do that when everybody, like, travels a ton and works remote anyways. But yeah, I think it's really interesting to see the buildings that are going to be abandoned, because I think people are going to find that having the employees work at home is not only more cost effective for the company, but I've read some reports where like actual employee morale is up because they're at home. They're not having to. Well, think about it. You're not having to slug through work and traffic, right? You're not having to be up at the crack of dawn to get your kids ready. Just little things like that kind of add up during the day. I do think, though, it's like a honeymoon period.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's so awesome. I can work from home. I can
it's like a snow day
watch
back
TV.
in high school.
I can do laundry, but yet be logged on at the same time. I can have dinner ready, but
that's a good point.
People are going to miss this like interaction face to face.
I was going to say a couple of things I've been hearing from people is, one, they miss the face to face interaction of other humans. They're always stuck at home. Two, a lot of people find that they're actually working more now.
Yes.
Because it's like, well, I'm at home, why not? This whole thing. And then the third part that I've kind of wondering about is this going to cause people to stop moving to big cities?
Right. Okay.
Will this actually get people to start moving back out into the rural areas, the smaller, Marshall, Missouri, a town of 13,000 people, about an hour and 10 minutes east of here, but it's a really beautiful old historic Americana town.
That could, then how do you get big businesses to come into the bigger cities?
Well, do you even need to?
Do you even need to? Or, then do you see like the revival of the small town?
Yeah, good question.
That would be, for me, that'd be so awesome.
I think so too.
I wouldn't mind living in a small town.
Yeah, it was interesting you mentioned where it was like, well, why did Cerner build this big building anyway? Because all it took was really like all it took was 3 months.
Yeah.
And Cerner completely reworked their entire international corporate structure. So if Cerner could build that massive building and then just throw it to the trash can and do this whole new style of business, why do we need to? Because the reason people used to move to the city was because that's where the factories or the industry was, right? Well, now with telecom and wires and wireless communications and all of this, you could, like our job, not to say our job's easy, but if we had a telephone and internet, we could do our job from a beach in Malaysia or something like that, technically.
Yeah, technically. I get worried about if things like that were to happen where people move out of the city and people are not working in the city, they're not commuting in the city. What happens to everything that's in the city? All the other local businesses that have opened during this last 10 years, and then now it's all of a sudden not a new business, but it's still in like that little I don't know how you want to say that, like that very beginning stage. It's not like a 20 to 30 to 40 year business, and so then they have to close up shop because there's not enough patrons coming in. And then you have all these abandoned buildings. What do you do with the buildings? Do you just tear them down?
So I think like Main Street USA will be fine, but again, it makes me wonder, like that Cerner building, that's not in a really beautiful, desirable Main Street location. So who's going in the future? Who might want to buy that building if Cerner ends up continuing everything virtual? I'm not sure.
I don't know what you would use it for,
Yeah, I'm
or
sure.
what you would turn it into.
I'm sure if a group of investors have enough money, they could retrofit it for something. But
Yeah.
anyhow, time will tell. But yeah, that's the article, everybody. 4/5 of CEOs are expecting this virus to make remote working a regular thing. So I'm curious. Actually, I'm really genuinely curious. How many of you watching
Yeah.
at home are remote working? Will you comment in the sections, or leave a comment, or email us back and let us know?
Let us know if you like